Hey everyone, Britta Albert here. If this is your first time here, I am a transformational life coach, and my goal for this channel is to help you overcome the obstacles that are standing in the way of you living your best and most authentic life. I post videos every Monday and Friday, so be sure to hit that bell notification so you never miss out on a video. Now before we get started on today's video, I want to go ahead and give a shout out from the Sacral Chakra video. This shout out is from Shar Wilcox. Shar says, "Really great explanation of the chakra. Thanks for the great topic. I can relate." Thank you so much, Shar. Shar is amazing. If you have not seen her, go ahead and check out her channel. She is super authentic in everything that she does. She's one of the most genuine people that I have come across in this YouTube family as well. And I am just so grateful to know her. So you should definitely check out her channel too. If you want to get a shout out on one of my future videos, go ahead and leave a comment below and I might pick your comment for one of my upcoming videos. Now in today's video, we're going to be discussing the throat chakra. The throat chakra is located right here in between your collarbones, and it is associated with the color blue. The throat chakra is the center of purification and purity. The throat chakra governs the throat, thyroid, pituitary, ears, nose, jaw, lymph system, neck, mouth, tongue, and shoulders. The throat chakra is all about the truth. So what happens when the throat chakra is balanced? So because the throat chakra is a center of purification and purity, and it also stands for truth, when the throat chakra is balanced, both purity and truth remove contaminants. It aids in the discovery of your own purity and your own truths. No one can find your truths. That is a journey that you have to do on your own. People can assist you in helping you find what truths best resonate with who you are, but at the end of the day, it's something that we need to do ourselves and ask ourselves what resonates with who we are and who we want to be. When the throat chakra is fully balanced, you will be able to communicate with others much more flawlessly. You'll be able to truly listen and be present to what they're saying to you. It also aids in your integrity and honor. When the throat chakra is balanced, you might find yourself singing it just out of the blue and expressing your joy through your voice. When your throat chakra is balanced, you're also a much more efficient speaker, and you find it a lot easier to speak in front of large groups. You're able to convey your ideas very articulately and confidently. Now, what can happen when the throat chakra is not balanced? Well, remember that list of things that the throat chakra governs? Those things can have problems when the throat chakra is unbalanced. And again, those things are the throat, thyroid, pituitary, ear, nose, jaw, lymph system, neck, mouth, tongue, and shoulders. When the throat chakra is unbalanced, you may also experience social anxiety. A lot of the social anxiety will come in the form of conversations with other people. You'll start to doubt yourself. You'll start to have anxiety about what you're going to say, essentially overthinking things. You don't want to be around a lot of people because there's going to be a lot of overstimulation that you feel, and you don't necessarily feel like you'll be able to speak articulately to other people. Another thing that can happen when the throat chakra is unbalanced is a feeling of despair, and it might come in the form of feeling like you're choking or like you're drowning. I feel it sometimes in the form of my throat tightening up, like I'm about to cry and maybe I'm suppressing that emotion. It feels like almost an allergic reaction sometimes if your throat gets really tight and you're just trying to choke down that emotion that you're resisting in that moment. Another thing that can happen when your throat chakra is unbalanced is that you feel uninspired to create the things that once brought you joy. That might be in terms of writing, that might be in terms of physically creating things with your hands, drawing, painting, sculpting, things like that. Also, when the throat chakra is unbalanced, it doesn't feel like it's safe to speak or speak up for yourself in the moment. You might feel that anger building up inside you, like you're holding back and suppressing it, like I said before, where you feel your throat feel like it's tightening up. You're just choking down and swallowing that emotion, and it's starting to build inside of you like a pressure cooker that eventually you'll just burst. So how does the throat chakra become unbalanced? Well, some of the ways include not speaking, thinking, or living in alignment with your personal truths and convictions. Anytime that we go against what we know in our hearts is true and right for ourselves, we are not in alignment with our personal truths. If somebody were to tell you, oh, it's okay to take things from other people, but in your heart you don't feel like that is true or right, but you do what that person tells you to do and you take something that doesn't belong to you, you're going to feel it in your body, in your throat. It's going to let you know right away that you are not in alignment with who you truly are. And that will assist in unbalancing your throat chakra. Another thing that can cause the throat chakra to become unbalanced is other people not seeing and acknowledging your truths as valid. If you don't receive validation from other people, or they look at you and they say, oh, well, you're wrong, or what you think is wrong, or how you feel is incorrect, you don't feel validated in what you're believing in that moment. Now, it's okay for us to change our mind as we grow, and sometimes we do look at situations and we're only able to see them part way. But that doesn't matter, because in the moment you are not being validated. Your concerns are not being acknowledged. They're just being brushed aside. And it's very hurtful when you try to express your truth to people and you're not seen, heard, or acknowledged. Now, interestingly enough, gossiping and complaining can also unbalance your throat chakra. Now, the reason for that is because you are outwardly speaking and acknowledging that things are not in alignment with who you are. You don't like how certain things are going on in your life, or you don't like certain people that are in your life, yet you are not doing anything to change that. And because of that, that's going against who you are. Obligations are another thing that can unbalance your throat chakra. And the reason for that is because you are doing things that you have to do versus things that you want to do. Now, of course, always in life, there are going to be things that we have to do versus what we want to do, but it doesn't always have to be that way. And it might be something temporary for the moment that's going to be for somebody else's greater good. Say, for example, you are a parent and you have a small child. Now, that is a temporary situation. Your child will grow up, but in that season of you being a parent, you must take care of that child. You must wake up in the middle of the night to feed them. You must change them and bathe them and take care of them as they are unable to do so for themselves. But always remember self-care. I know I've said this in some of the other videos, but you'll see an overlap in a lot of these, how to balance your chakras or why the chakras become unbalanced. It's at the end of the day, it's when we don't take care of ourselves, when we don't honor ourselves, and we allow others to treat us poorly. Now, one of the biggest things that can unbalance your throat chakra is chronic negative thinking. Every time that you think that the world is doom and gloom, or you think that you'll never get in a better place in life, or you think that everybody's out to get you, or all of these things that you think, or you tell yourself all these negative things about life, about people, about yourself, it will bog you down. That is toxicity. It's not the same as when you are expressing how you feel about a situation. It's not the same as when you are talking about your truth and how you truly feel in the moment, because what that does is that expresses outwardly and it's a release. When you are thinking negatively, especially chronic negative thinking, you are taking in poison that is slowly killing your spirit. So, how do we balance the throat chakra? Well, before we get into that, if you have not already hit that subscribe button, I want to go ahead and invite you to hit that subscribe button right now, and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on a future video. Especially you don't want to miss out on the next video, because that is going to be on the third eye, which is the most popular chakra that most people think about and talk about. Now, how do we balance the throat chakra? You are going to want to find your truth. Again, this is something that people can assist you in doing, but ultimately, you are the only one who can find your own truth. And at the end of the day, find is not really the right word. Really, you want to own your truth, because the truth that you have is already inside of you. You're born with it. You already have these convictions as you go. Like I said earlier, if somebody told you, oh, it's okay to take things from other people, You have something innately inside of you that tells you whether you agree with that statement or whether you disagree with that statement. Does that statement give you peace and joy and love, or does that statement make you feel kind of bad, or make you feel bad for the other person, or just kind of overall not good about yourself or the environment or the situation that you're in? You know when something is in alignment with who you are or not. It is more just owning that and really claiming what your truth is. The next way to balance your throat chakra is to figure out what is preventing you from being in alignment with your truth. A good way to start on this journey is to ask yourself, what is in the way of me being me? What is keeping me from being myself? And the more that you ask yourself questions like that, the more you can narrow down what is really in the way, what is really blocking you from being able to open up your throat chakra. Now, once you've identified what that is that's in your way, now you need to ask yourself, can you meet this need? Are you able to do something about this need that is within you that is keeping you from being able to move forward? Another way to balance the throat chakra is sound therapy. Sound therapy as much as you want. Vibration is the name of the game when it comes to the throat chakra. It's all about speaking. So things like humming, singing, listening to sound bowls, listening to frequencies that are specifically made for healing the throat chakra. All of these things, anything about beautiful noise, beautiful music, those are really going to be helpful in opening up the throat chakra. Again, along the same lines, you could also scream. Sometimes that's all that's needed, is just to simply scream. And if that's even just into a pillow, let it out. Release that vibration that's being pent up inside of you. Another thing that you can do is you can yawn and laugh. Yawning, of course, you can do pretty much on command. You can just think the word yawning and you're gonna feel like you have to yawn. Laughing is watching things that are funny on TV or YouTube. Being around a friend that has a great sense of humor and always makes you smile and laugh. Again, these things are vibration. They have to do with your jaw, they have to do with your throat. They're going to help you in this area. Journaling is also a great way to balance the throat chakra. Why? Again, because it's expressing that truth that you've been suppressing inside of you. When you are journaling, you are writing down your most authentic inner thoughts. If you don't want anyone to see it and you don't trust that it would be safe, you can always tear it up, you can always burn it, throw it away, whatever you feel more secure. You don't even have to reread it once you've written it down, but expressing it, getting it out of your body, keeping it inside is not going to help you. It's going to keep building that toxicity. So if you are not comfortable or it's not safe for you to scream into a pillow or to sing or be that kind of open, write it down. Journaling is one of the ways that people survive being in a family where they are not seen or heard or acknowledged as being their individual selves. It is a wonderful way to help you balance the throat chakra. And lastly, one of the best ways on my list to help balance the throat chakra is to do positive expression exercises. Now, with a positive expression exercise, what I do is I literally just walk around my house touching things. And I say, I'm thankful for this couch. I'm thankful for this house. I touch the walls. I'm thankful for my clothes. I'm thankful for this desk. I'm thankful for my essential oils. Thankful for my rocking chair. You just walk around and say everything that you're thankful for and grateful for. And that will just raise your overall morale, for one. And it's just gonna help you stay in that more positive place, which is always going to help align all the chakras. Another thing that you can do is you can have gratitude lists. I've seen so many people doing this and they don't even realize truly what they're doing is they are putting together these gratitude lists. And these are, when I say so many people, I'm talking about like multi-millionaires here. I'm talking about when you look at the habits and patterns of successful people, what are some of the things that they do? And what I see a lot is self-care, gratitude lists, meditation, all of these things that used to be seen as kind of crazy or weird or new age. And at the end of the day, this stuff is so helpful because it keeps you grounded. It keeps you from having anxiety attacks. One thing I'm learning, and this is the reason why the throat chakra is my favorite. It's my favorite because it's the one that I've struggled with my entire life, and that's speaking my truth. I used to be a singer. I used to compete when I was at school, and we would have these conventions every year, and that was some of the most fun I have had in my life. But there were events that have come up, some things that I really haven't shared with everybody yet, that really put a stop to all of that for me, and I stopped singing. I have started up a little bit again. I'll sing to my kids, but it's still something that I'm personally working on, and that's really why the throat chakra is my favorite, because I am seeing and living the benefits of healing this chakra. So I can stand here and I can tell you 100%, yes, I'm working on all of them, but this has been the one. This has been the one for the last almost 15 years that I have struggled with personally, that I've been on my own journey with. And when I tell you that this is the center to help you with your truth, it's not just about speaking your truth or acknowledging truth. It's really the one that's going to help you, guide you, and be your innate, to help you find who you are, what your purpose is, so that you are unshakable in your convictions about people, about life, about spirituality, about yourself. And you can do it with integrity, grace, love, and dignity. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Again, I invite you to subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Hit that bell notification so that you get notified of all of my future videos. And please, y'all, please give this video a thumbs up if it taught you something, if you connected with me on another level. And also don't forget to share this video with somebody that you feel that could really need it right now. Down below, I'm going to put a link. I'm going to open up a few openings for this coming week. Anybody who wants to have a free definition session with me. It's an hour long, it's no cost to you. Click on that link, it'll pull up my calendar, see what days and times work best for your schedule, and what we're going to do is we're going to get really clear on your truths, your goals, and what's standing in your way, and we're going to create a plan on how to get you moving again so that you're no longer stuck and you can start living your best and most authentic life. Thanks so much for being here with me this evening. I will see y'all next time.